Hi, my name is Eric. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. Been riding for 13 years. I'm an advanced stunt rider, not a professional. I'd say intermediate. I'm a sport touring enthusiast. I love the open road. I love going and riding in places I've never ridden before. My riding experiences span from Alaska, South Carolina, and Arizona, as well as California. So I've seen a little bit. Had done some fun things. So I'm going to show you my fleet today, and I'm going to describe a little bit about the bikes, and I hope you enjoy them. So I'm going to start with the shittiest and work my way up. And we're going to start with the 2001 Honda CBR F4i stunt bike. It's pretty much just 2001. It's got 5,000 miles logged. However, it was purchased by a stunt rider originally. I don't have any idea how many owners it's had. The owner before me was a noob. The owner for that was a noob. The owner before that was a stunt rider, and that's all I know. The tank is stunt ready. Pounded in. It's actually bonded a little bit. And got grip tape. It's got a steel subframe with a 12 bar. I've painted all the black on here. I just hated the fucking paint job. It had a green powder coated subframe. It had a green powder coated fucking swing arm, and everything else was red and white, custom scheme, minus the plastics for stock. So it's got 1,000 RR master cylinder for the front brake. It's got Vortex clip-ons. It's got a handbrake for the rear brake, however, it's in the box over here. The noob owner before me took it off, straight up cut the brake line. Like an idiot. Now he couldn't figure out why his rear brake didn't work. I still haven't got to it, because I've just acquired this bike about a week ago, and it's pretty much been sitting. I just haven't had the time to fuck with it. It's got a short TIG welded can, stock can. It's got aftermarket pegs, shift lever, levers. It's got like a 58 tooth sprocket, ridiculous. Tops out at like 90 miles an hour. I got the stock one as well. I stunt a little bit over stock. I go one down in the front, four up in the back. So that's just how I ride. It's got a crash cage, however, it's beat to shit. I'm going to be replacing that. It's got the handbrakes in there as well. K&N air filter, and that's about it, I believe. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to move on here. My 2010 Yamaha FZ6-R Sport Tourer. I'd say people call it a beginner's bike, intermediate, or not intermediate, yeah, whatever. Intermediate, amateur bike, whatever. But this thing is fucking awesome, man. I got this thing for like $5,000 or $6,000 new. Zero, like 4 miles. And it's just wonderful. The top end is 130, but you know how speedos lie, so it's probably like 125. So it's very slow up there, but the low end is pretty good. The very, very low end is slow. Mid-range, it's very responsive. It's a very capable bike. My second ride, or my second time on the mountain, Mount Lemmon, Arizona, which is in Tucson, I was just grinding the fuck out of these, out of the pegs. That's the problem. You can't really do much with these goddamn pegs, so yeah. I grind the shit out of them. Let's see what else here. Yeah, the position on these pegs is stupid, and it's all one piece. So let me see. I can't even tell. Okay. Yeah, you pretty much screwed. As you can see, it's all one piece. So replacing this whole deal would be kind of a bitch, but it's possible, and you would want to do it if you want to make this a track bike. I've taken it to the track. Did pretty good, but I can only do as good as the fucking, do as good as these pegs, because I don't want to pogo. And that was with moving my body all around on this fucker, trying to find a good place where I could just not scrape those. Even scraping them and lifting my feet up off the ground while I was doing it looked probably stupid. Let's see what else did I do this thing. It's got a 160 rear tire, which is, at first, I was a little unhappy and skeptical about it, but it makes it really easy to dip in and out of turns, I would say, and I use all the tire. This is a Shinko 005 Advanced tire, which is a low, people would say bad quality tire, but fuck, it does awesome on this bike. I mean, this is a sport touring bike, mildly aggressive bike, so it's not really set up to be a track bike or anything like that. And my experience with this tire, it's just done phenomenal. Great grip. It's not that sticky, but in the rain, that's where you notice a lot of things about a tire. And I've been on some high-end tires in the rain and slid all over, and this thing is just awesome. I wouldn't fucking try to put a knee down in the rain, but I mean, it's done wonderful. I swear by these tires, and I tell everybody that owns this bike to get these tires, because you don't need to be buying $180 rear tires, $250 rear tires for this bike that doesn't use the full potential of the freaking tire. It's got upper bars, which are wonderful. After riding this the whole last year, I've just loved it. I've gotten really used to the higher position, as well as the comfortable position for my feet, which is going to bring me to my next bike. She has, let me think what I had, 12,000 miles. I put 12K on her in 1 year. And I loved absolutely every bit of it. I've taken it to California. And gosh, I love her. It's a wheelie machine, man. I've got a video on my channel of this bike doing bad things. Okay, let's go to the grand finale. This is my 2001 or 2000 Honda Aprillia RSV 1000 Mille. We're going to start from the rear, work our way up. It's got 19,000 miles. It's got a fender eliminator kit. It's got a molded composite Gixxer 1000 rear end. It's got a flush tail light. It's got LED strips on the side for blinkers, as well as blinkers in here, both sides. It's got spools. It's got aftermarket Vortex sprocket. I'm not sure what chain it is, but it appears not to be stock, obviously. Most aren't. It's got frame sliders on her, both front and rear. It's got aftermarket pegs, track seat. Horrible. It's a custom two-tone paint job. The owner before me, or the owner before that guy, I'm the third owner, doesn't know how to sand. You can just tell he did a horrible job. However, it looks good from far, but far from good. Aftermarket performance. It's got fuel mapping system, power commander, velocity stacks, throttle bodies from a 2003 R model. Same with this tank, and the wheels are all from a R model. Same with the Olin suspension, R model, 2003. Olin's rear and front. Brembo brakes from the same bike that are, and steel lines front and rear. It's got short levers. Zero gravity double bowl windscreen. I think these tires are 2CTs. Let's talk a little bit about how I got it and the issues it has. Owner before me put it for sale for $3,500. Blue Book's $36 minus upgrades. It's got valve noise, which is very minimal. Even with the bike on, you're not going to hear it. One of the guys checking out the bike said it's got piston knocking. He was trying to rape him on the bike. Still calls him for the bike. Funny. So yeah, he lowered it to $2,500. I straight stole this. I took it to the shop today. I got it yesterday because the chain was loose and I don't have the right size tool to get that. I do all my other tires, and I do all my other chains, and I'm very anal about how I do them. So I took it in to get the chain tightened. The sprocket nuts were loose and had gaps. The tech showed me. Pretty much saved my ass. The bike was in Gilbert, Arizona. I'm in Tucson, 2 hours away. He drove it 2 hours, probably with those nuts loose. Talk about throwing a chain on a bike that you don't want to throw a fucking chain. It's all covered, as you can see. That's just ugly. Had that chain fallen off, I can't even fucking begin to imagine what the hell would have happened. But I might never have heard from him again and wondered about that bike for the rest of my life. So he showed me that. It's got a leak. Where the case is, I'm gonna just say, let's just say this whole black piece is the case, minus the sides that curve out. There's a line that runs down as the case splits. Oil filter's right here, which is right there. It's got a leak right about here for the gasket for the case. Either that or it's the O-ring for the oil filter. It's a very small leak. There was a tiny puddle. I wouldn't even say a puddle. A fucking 3-4 tablespoons worth of oil right there. The oil level's the same, so that's something I'm gonna do. It's at 20,000 miles. This bike's been a track bike. Has everything. I can't even think of fucking the whole list of shit that's done in this bike. Yeah, I mean, it's got everything except a crank. And let's see here. What the fuck else was I gonna say? Yeah, so it's got everything. And it's been run hard and put away dirty, so the valves need to be adjusted. And it's kind of funny because I was talking to the tech, Kevin, at Moto in Tucson, Arizona, and he was explaining about the Aprillias he's worked on tons. And even on a bike that had 160,000 miles, he didn't have to adjust the freaking the valves on it. So due to its track life, it's going to be needing its valve adjustment at 24K. But Aprilia is just so well engineered and done right that the valves just need to be checked. Not many ever need to be adjusted. One thing I forgot to mention about her is the front headlight. It's a HID. It's from a Jaguar car fog light. It's a 6,000 something, and it's very bright. I'm going to put another type of light right up here. To kind of give it a look like a Ducati 999 with this fat front end. Kind of looks like it, but the Ducati's more aggressive and kind of slender. To turn on the light, it does not turn on when you turn on the bike. You press this button right here, which is the brights. So the brights is on, that's off. Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's track ready pretty much. All I gotta do to make this track ready is just take off the license plate. There's a line under here that all I gotta do is unplug these little two plug-in things. It disconnects the brake light line. So take that off. Take off my license plate. Put on some slicks and take off my mirrors. And maybe, if they make me, put some tape on that fucking light. Other than that, it's ready. The suspension needs to be set for my weight. And that's it. It's just, it's calling me. It's saying, let's go to the track, daddy. So, Olin suspension. Fuck, I've never even ridden a track bike with Olin's before. This is definitely more than I need. However, it's something I can grow into. And it's not too much. It's a twin. It's a very, very capable bike. Definitely out of my riding ability, I will admit. So, like I said, it's going to be something I get to learn on. And goddamn, I picked a great fucking bike to learn on. I can drag knee. I've done it on 600s. But this 1000 is going to be fun. I've never really dragged knee that fast. But this bike's going to bring me to that threshold. Pretty much drag knee on this bike right here. And pegs. On a go-kart track. So, I was passing 600 Gixxers in the turns, like, goodbye. And I do it on the mountain at Mount Lemon all the fucking time. Fucking, I'm on the ass of anyone that goes fast on this thing. It's just, especially downhill. Brakes, that's it. Fucking brake hard. And fucking shit and get. Anyways, this is my fleet. Got the sport touring bike. The future for this baby is bags. Higher front screen on her. And, it's going to have lots of miles. It's got 10,000 miles in 1 year. Stunt bike. Got to set it up. Don't have the time right now to fuck with her. But, so I got my stunt bike, my future's full-on sport touring adventure bike, and my track bike. So, you've got every little piece of pleasure in here. So anyways, my name's Eric. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I've ridden for 13 years. I've ridden in Arizona, California, and Alaska. Did I say South Carolina? I don't know. But yeah, South Carolina. And future is going to be good, and life is good. So if you have any comments, suggestions or questions, feel free to put them in the comments. If you have any how-tos or anything about this bike or anything you'd like to tell me or any questions, feel free to put them down. Tips on maintenance or anything like that, I've got them. Feel free to ask anything about stunt riding, about the FZ6-R, about the Aprillia. The Aprillia I've only had for a couple days, so I don't know too much. But as for suspension setup, I'd like to learn how to do it myself. If you just have anything I need to know about this bike, it'd be wonderful. FZ, I know it like the back of my hand. There's nothing I need to know about this thing. Honda CBR, I've had 4 of these. This is my 4th Honda CBR 600 F4i stunt bike. And they're all 2001, same model, so I know a lot about this bike. So anyways, keep the shiny side up, stay safe, look out for cagers, and enjoy. Bye.